Welcome to homework.
So in this question, we are required to prove that the sum of normal strains, normal strains in perpendicular direction, in perpendicular direction is constant, right? So we need to prove this thing, and we have this and how will we prove, right? So we have this equation that is epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y is equal to epsilon sub x dash plus epsilon sub y dash, right? So we are required to prove this thing, right? We want to prove this thing. So for that, what we are going to do is that we are going to use equation 10.5 and equation 10.6, right? And these equation, they state that um, epsilon sub x dash is equal to epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y divided by 2. It's basically the average plus their difference, right, divided by 2 cos twin 2 theta plus gamma sub xy divided by 2 sine 2 theta, right? And the other equation is epsilon sub y dash is equal to, again, their average negative their difference, right? Cos 2 theta plus gamma sub xy divided by 2 sine 2 theta, right? Now, what we are going to do from here is that we are going to substitute these two equations, right? These two equations in the one that we want to prove, and we will get the new equation, right? And which is that equation that we want to prove, that this is this equation, right, that we want to prove. So what we are going to do is that we are going to substitute these equations over here, right? And we'll get a new equation. So let's take a look at that, how that equation would look like, right? So let me rewrite the equation that we want to prove. So that equation is epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y is equal to epsilon sub x dash plus epsilon sub y dash, right? So let's substitute these equations over here. So let me change the color and I'll start writing it from here. I'm not going to write the left hand side, right? Because it it will remain the same, right? There would be no difference. I'm just going to substitute this over here, and it would be a um, long side, right? It would be very long because it will involve many terms, right? So let's start off with it. So we have epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y divided by 2 plus their difference, right, divided by 2. Then we have cos 2 theta um, plus gamma sub xy divided by 2 sine 2 theta, right? So this is this over here, and let me use a different color for this one. So we have plus their difference, right? Since I'm running out of space over here, so I'm going to write the rest of the terms over here. So I have negative there's difference divided by 2 cos 2 theta, um, negative gamma sub xy divided by 2 sine 2 theta, right? Let me quickly check one thing. Yes, my mistake. It's plus over here, right? Sorry, negative over here. It's not plus. Right? So what I'm going to do over here is that I am going to rearrange this equation, right? This left hand side, sorry, right hand side of this equation. So I have this equation, this term, right? It would remain the same. And then I have plus epsilon, sorry, it's the difference, right? So I have the difference, right? Cos 2 theta. Then I have, sorry, it's negative over here. I have negative divided by 2 cos 2 theta, right? I'm just writing the like terms together, right? So it would be easy for me to simplify this equation, right? Then I have um, positive gamma sub x y divided by 2, sorry, sine theta. I have sine 2 theta negative gamma sub xy divided by 2 sine 2 theta, right? So what else is left, right? This term is left. So sorry, let me write it. So I have plus divided by 2, right? So as you can see over here, this term and this term is same, but they are opposite signs, so they will cancel out each other. And same goes for these two terms, right? So it means that we are only left with um, divided by 2 plus, right? Only these two terms. As you can see that the denominator is same, right? So it means that we can combine them and write them together. So I have epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y plus epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y divided by 2, right? Now I'm going to add them. So we have 2 epsilon sub x plus 2 epsilon sub y divided by 2. Right now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write them separately. So I have 2 epsilon sub x divided by 2 plus 2 epsilon sub y divided by 2, right? This will cancel out and we'll be left with epsilon sub x plus epsilon sub y, the left hand side, right? And it is equal to the right hand side, right? So as you can see over here is that um, from the initial condition, right? Sorry, from the initial equation, my mistake. From the initial equation, we reached an identity, right? And therefore, our initial equation, our initial equation is true. And like that, our proof is concluded, right? So this concludes our answer for problem number 1. Right, it's very simple. There is nothing complex or technical over here. We had to prove this equation, right? And for proving this equation, we used these two equations, right? And we just substituted it back over here, and then we simplified it, did a little bit of maths and simple basic maths, right? And we got our proof. So this is your solution. Thank you very much for watching.